take a minute to say hello from the Italian Dolomites, where I am finishing our third scouting trip. This is actually the pre-trip. I'm a day or so away from finishing the full trip by myself before we run our first group. We've got two groups coming up. The ideal time for us to come here is in September. And that's because in July and August, it's quite crowded. I came in the middle of August this time. I scouted another time in August, and I've scouted in September. And the crowd's really backed off in September. But regardless, when you do a number of scouts, you know that the Dolomites is a huge area. You can see it here in front of me. A section of it, a portion of it. 9 mountain ranges here in UNESCO World Heritage Site. And there's a lot of ways to avoid the crowded trails. The ones that everybody goes to, the ones that everybody knows about, the ones they see on the internet. And it really takes time to scout and figure things out, where the real quiet places are. That being said, you do want to go to some of those popular places. And then when you go there, it's enough to know to get an early start, go before the masses of people, get out in front of them, and enjoy your day and enjoy those beautiful areas. But I have 1 day left, go down, finish up. I'll have a day or so in Venice, and then the group shows up. But this trip starts in Venice at Marco Polo Airport. We pick the group up, we drive up to Covaria for 3 nights there. While we're there, we go over to Ortisei. We do some hikes outside of Covaria and that whole Alta Biada area of the Dolomites. Then we move after 3 nights there, hiking each day, over to Cortina, and we base out of Cortina, Italy for 3 nights as well. And see this whole section here. There's an interesting history here from the Great War, World War I. This was the front lines for the Italian troops invading Austria-Hungary at the time in 1914, 15, 16, into probably 17. And it's got some very interesting areas where we hike into and see the trenches from the war and things like that. But it's incredibly beautiful. We stay in beautiful hotels. While we're here, we spend the nights in those hotels, have breakfast in those hotels. We have beautiful packed picnic lunches. Most of the time, we do have some alpine hut lunches as well. And then we have a selection of very nice restaurants each evening for dinner. Just like any worldwide trekking trip, from the time we pick you up at the airport until the time we drop you off at the end at the airport, everything is included aside from your personal beverages and your personal incidentals that you might have, like a massage after a long day's hike. But we do stay in beautiful hotel accommodations. After our time in Cortina, we go down and have our final night in Treviso, Italy, which is just about 15 minutes from the Marco Polo Airport. So it's very convenient for people flying out. We do hike that day, and then in the afternoon, we make our way down to that hotel, beautiful hotel down there, where we have our celebration dinner, as usual, with Worldwide Trekking, and our final night together of the trip. Once the following day, we do our airport transfers, but we also do offer that option for people to extend their stay by going in and spending a couple nights in Venice, Italy, out in Venice. So we help arrange that as well. But it's a fantastic trip. It's I don't know that there's many more beautiful places in the world. I travel the world, as you know. I guide trips all over the world. I find them all special in their unique way, but the Dolomites here in Italy, my gosh, I cannot believe how beautiful this place is. I'm proud to have spent 3 different times scouting this trip, putting it together, making sure that our accommodations, our restaurants, the drive times, the hikes that we choose all have alternates based on groups' abilities and weather that we could encounter. And we're excited to offer this new trip with Worldwide Trekking here in the Italian Dolomites, and hopefully we'll see you here for a fun time in the Alps.